Hey everybody. It's the wee hours, the early morning hours of April 2nd, 2025, and I wanted to address the upcoming trade war that Trump's going to start because I'm highly suspicious of the motives, and it's going to do a lot of damage worldwide. And so I'm going to quickly do this video. Might not be the most polished, but it's authentic. Might be a little longer than my first two. And like and subscribe because at some point I'd like to be able to do some of these live. You just heard my iPhone go off and tell me it's bedtime, but nope, I'm going to get this video done, quickly edit it, and then send it out. But anyways, if you take a look at the chart that I got on the screen there in the lower left corner, well, it's not the best layout, but effectively the green is good. That's money coming into the U.S. The red is bad. That's money going out, the trade deficit. But you notice that the color green is bigger than the color red? The U.S. is the richest country in the world. And most countries in the world, other than maybe Russia and China, even they probably buy U.S. dollars, buy U.S. investments. The U.S. is wealthy. And with all that money, that means you're going to buy a lot of stuff from other people. So you have a trade deficit. That's what a trade deficit is. A rich person always had a trade deficit with other people because they're rich. They can afford to buy lots of things. So what we got to do is find out what the hell's going on here. Why no one realizes that having this much wealth, sorry, I want to turn off the ringer on my phone, why people don't realize that the trade deficit's not really that big a deal. So anyways, let's get going. So you can see I've already typed the question. Here's the deal. The U.S. has a trade deficit, meaning we import more than we export. Yep. But that's not the same as being ripped off. It just means Americans buy a lot of stuff. Trump spun this like a con man pointing at your wallet while stealing your watch. Yeah, kind of true. He claimed other countries were cheating us, but tariffs mostly hurt U.S. consumers. We paid higher prices while corporations passed the cost down. So if the U.S. is richer than ever, who exactly is being ripped off and who's pocketing the profit? That's a really good question. Now you're cooking. Where's the money going? Mostly big corporations and the federal government. Why am I not surprised? Tariffs are taxes on imports, and U.S. businesses and consumers are the ones paying them, not China, not Mexico. Why is he doing it? It's a power move. Trump sold it like tough negotiation, but tariffs let him tax without Congress and look tough on trade. So yeah, it's basically a hidden tax on you, the consumer, but wrapped in a flag so you cheer while paying more at Walmart. It's about if it's about helping American workers, why did factory jobs still decline? Yeah, that's an interesting point. Bingo, you remember right. The national deficit exploded under Trump. Over 7 trillion added in 4 years. That sounds like a lot. It's more than what I got anyways. That wasn't to pay it off. That was tax cuts for the rich, military spending, and COVID bailouts. Some needed, some abused. Tariffs brought in some money, but not nearly enough. Meanwhile, he slashed revenue with tax cuts. So now we have less coming in and more going out. If you cut taxes and raise spendings, how exactly is that fiscally conservative? You're right to question that. Trump did cut taxes for most people, but the biggest permanent cuts went to corporations and the wealthy. Middle class cuts were temporary and smaller. Wow. So, in other words, he gave you guys temporary tax cuts, the everyday non rich, and they were smaller and they were temporary. But the bigger cuts to the rich were permanent. And As you know, in the US, there are some crazy ultra wealthy people. Elon Musk he's got more money than some countries. By 2027, most working Americans will see no benefit or even higher taxes while the rich keep raking it in. Oh, and the national debt still rising. If it was really about helping working Americans, why make their cuts expire first? That is a great question. That's what you need to ask your congressman. Why the hell are your tax cuts being eliminated? Middle class got about 800 to 1,000 back per year on average. Top 1% got 30,000 per year. Some millions depending on income. Corporation tax rate dropped. Oh my God, 35 to 21%. A 40% cut permanently. So yeah, you might have got a new toaster. They got a new yacht. Why do you think they made yours temporarily and theirs permanent? Wow. So just think about it. If you were earning 30,000 a year, your tax cut was probably 400 bucks a year and it was temporary. Meanwhile, the rich, theirs got cut in half. That's just not fair. I just, I can't believe they're getting away with this and no one's noticing. It's there in black and white. You can double check this yourself. You guys got a real problem. You know what's going on in the US? Stumbled on the audio, so I needed to re record it. It's like a lion convincing the antelope that the gazelles are trampling all the grass and telling the gazelles the antelope are eating all their food. Then, when the animals start dying, the lion says, "See, it's starvation," while quietly feasting on them and blaming the victims for dying. Hey, you guys got to start looking at this. You know, dig a little deeper. The rich are the elite. They're the ones you need to worry about. Anyways, like and subscribe. Now we're going to dig deeper, and we're going to find out who the real elite is and who's financing all this stuff and why they're trying to create all this chaos and point fingers at other people. And really, it's them that's cleaning up. It's no wonder the rich love him. It's no wonder Zuckerberg and Elon and all these really wealthy people are doing this because they're getting richer.